Hey everybody, welcome to this segment we're doing weekly with Madeline. Madeline, how's it going?
Good. How's it going for you?
Good, good. I want to tell everyone and discuss profit first because I know I wouldn't say it's a new system, but it's a system a lot of accountants are using to make it much easier for business owners and operators to, manage their cash flow. So, Madeline, tell us a little bit about profit first and why you like it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a super easy to adapt system to kind of help manage cash and cash flow. I kind of compare it to like Dave Ramsey's envelope method, but for business. So
Yes.
instead of you creating cash envelopes and having one for groceries and one for gas, basically you're just creating a series of bank accounts and you're creating one for maybe tax, savings, operating expenses, owner compensation. Now, the traditional profit first method is going to have you open multiple bank accounts and sometimes multiple bank accounts at different banks. We personally take on a little bit of a modified approach, just A, for ease of use, B, to make sure it's something that you're keeping up on,
Mhm.
C, because working with you, Jonathan, we've had to streamline some things. So I'll kick it over to you in a second so you can give us some feedback on how to do profit first successfully without
Mhm.
having it bite you in the butt later when it's time to get financing.
Yeah.
But I also particularly like Profit First because Profit First, when the original book came out, was just kind of like a general framework of how to manage your money using multiple bank accounts.
Mhm.
Since it's been like adopted through so many different industries, now it's been really specific to like Profit First for contractors, Profit First for hair salons. Like there's so many like customizations that you can use to make it work for your company. But ultimately, to put a bow on it, it's just a really easy way to manage your money and make sure that when all of your money is aggregated in one big checking account, it always disappears.
Yep.
So it's just a way to be really intentional about protecting and holding back those funds. So that way, when you need them, they're there.
I like it. Yes, I would agree with all of that. All of it. And then here's the one wrinkle that Profit First doesn't get into, and which is why it actually can hurt some people if you don't know how to use it accurately. So with Profit First, all the income comes into the income account and then gets dispersed. Well, when you go to borrow money, especially for, let's say, a line of credit or equipment financing, they want to underwrite that income account and they also want to see how much money you're keeping in there on a daily basis. And so if you do profit first and you zero that account out, you actually crush your ability to borrow. So what you should do is always keep 10% of your monthly sales average. So if you do 100,000 a month, keep 10,000 in the income account at all times. If you do 1 million a month, keep 100,000 in the income account at all times. And as long as you keep that 10% buffer, it won't impact your ability to get a line of credit. It won't impact your ability to get a loan or to finance equipment. And so that is the only change and only wrinkle that you need to do to incorporate profit first successfully. And so, Madeline, if someone comes and works with you, is this one of the things that they could expect that you're going to take them through?
Absolutely. Depending on our package, yes, we have three different tiers, but in two out of the three of the tiers, we do a profit first. We call it a cash on hand scorecard.
Mm-hmm.
So the way that we modify it is we take in your advice, we factor that into the way that we have folks deposit and manage their money.
Gotcha.
So we do away with the income account entirely, actually, because
Okay.
honestly, like it's really hard for our business owners to have money in an account and not move it.
Yeah.
So instead, we just have all of the funds deposit into the main primary checking. Now, we
Mhm.
do a profit first scorecard that goes out to our clients every single Tuesday. So they're moving money every week
Oh, nice.
religiously. And so that helps us stay on top of it. But so it's going to get deposited into that primary checking account. And then we're going to allocate funds depending on the business. I'm just going to use a general example here into a few accounts. The first is going to be a profit and tax hybrid account.
Mhm.
And we break this out in Excel. So even like we still will hit the components of profit first, making sure that you're saving for profit, making sure that you're saving for taxes. That doesn't mean that you have to have multiple bank accounts.
Yeah.
So
So,
we do aggregate some of the accounts. So that way you're just managing a few rather than 12
yep.
or however many that takes. So we do a profit and tax hybrid. You have your OPEX. We do an overhead hold. So that's kind of like your save for winter. We try to
Yep.
put 3 months expenses to start there.
Nice.
We don't do owner compensation. Instead, if you're hitting your weekly collections goals, and we'll give you a distribution amount that you can take monthly or quarterly.
Mhm.
And then a fan favorite is materials.
Okay.
So the reason why I like having a separate account for materials is because I've seen some things in my day when it comes to
Wait,
accounting and the way that vendors are
again,
getting paid.
you just made me bring something up. I actually have a way to finance materials and materials only now.
Okay. Love
Mhm.
that. Want to know more, but like you have to
Sorry,
protect
that's just
money in the materials account. We've seen situations where you'll go and you'll pay a sub,
uh-huh.
and maybe that sub gets pissed off and they walk off the job. Well, they have your account and routing number on the bottom of that check.
Got it.
So if you have all of your money aggregated, we've seen checks get whitewashed.
Oh,
I've
wow.
seen people take that account and routing number, and the worst one I've seen is someone purchase a $60,000 vehicle using it. So you have to protect your bank account. So
That's
what we'll do is we'll take a materials account where we're only funding the bills that have to get paid. So in the event that something catastrophic happens, there
mhm.
you don't have to go change your payroll and your credit card payments and all your vehicle payments. Like we're going to protect the house with your main check account.
That's really smart. Okay, I see why you incorporate this.
So
And so let me ask you this: where, if they wanted to learn more about this, like
mhm.
particularly, especially people that have like a blue collar business, where could they go?
I mean, plug ourselves, like, we would love to
Yeah,
work
that's what I
with you
mean.
on it. I mean,
How
just
would they
this is
reach
what we do. So profitpandacfo.com, check us out on Instagram, do your homework.
you? Okay.
But I mean, this really does come down to good financial controls.
Yeah.
We start with the bookkeeping because we need to understand what is your weekly collections goal? How much should we be reserving for tax? Because not everyone is going to be the percentage that it says in the books,
Mhm.
especially for our contracting clients that might have massive equipment and assets. You
Yeah.
may not have the same type of tax liability, and that money could be better utilized putting it in your, overhead hold, or it could be better utilized in the profit account, working capital, distributions. Like there's other places that you could put that money.
Yeah.
So we would love to help, educate on that, but always refer back to the book. It's a great, like, it's an easy read, super
Mhm.
simple. There's James Mazzi, I think his name is Mazziotti. I'm actually going to meet him in person next week, but he's like a profit first expert.
Uh,
I'm going to tag him in the comments here, but he's a part of the Builders of Authority group. He loves profit first. Like there's so many resources that you could utilize to implement this, and you don't need an expert to do it.
nice, nice, but it does help a lot.
Materials, though, I need to know this.
What?
Materials financing.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's new. We'll talk about it offline, but it
Okay.
is definitely new. I'll call you right after this, actually. And so, guys, if you want to learn more about Profit First, and if you want to actually have everything in order, so you're not scrambling when it comes time for taxes, either to pay them or to get them done, and to actually have some visibility into your business, guys, check Madeline's website out and reach out to her because she's one of the few that are actually getting this right and helping entrepreneurs kind of hit their targets and make sure they can execute on their plans by having the cash in their account. All right, guys. So make sure you check that out. Again, we have the foundation workshop coming up. Also, check that out. And that's it. We will catch you next week with another segment. All right. Take care, guys.
Yeah.